Before I talk about Japan, I gotta quickly do something. Oh shit. Wait. Ta-da! Hello everyone! Welcome to my new room! Hi! Can you hear me from down there? Or from up there, I guess? How'd you like my new room, chat? How'd you like it? You like it? You like it? It's my new office. I got it fully furnished. Everything's fresh and ready to go. I don't look at my plans up there, okay? That's for me. There's like dust coming from the ceiling. Why did they animate dust, actually? Are they trying to say that my room is dusty? I have a very clean room, I'll have you know. I am a very clean person. Huh? Whatever. So... Nice to see you all. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you all. So as you guys know, I went for a while to Japan. Nice little trip. Basically, a lot of livers went to Japan. Reason being is this month was supposed to be booked off to do stuff for AR Live, right? But obviously AR Live got cancelled. So we still had like the tickets and shit to go there, right? And people were already planning to use the month of AR Live to take time away from streaming. So pretty much everyone decided, you know what? Let's just go anyway. Since it got cancelled, whatever, fuck it. Let's just go anyway and let's have our own thing, right? And so we did. A bunch of people went, they had their own little trips and decided to enjoy themselves for the month. And I think it was very, very fun. It was really fun. But yeah, it was such a fun trip, man. Such a fun trip. I can't wait to tell you guys all these stories. Actually, though, before I have a bit of a downer to say in regards to the trip. I took a lot of pictures for this trip, a lot of pictures, and I tried to make sure that there's like no people in the pictures and everything. And I sent them all to staff to ask like, can I show them on stream? And they basically said no to every single picture. So I'm kind of sad about that because I really wanted to show like pictures on stream, but. Yeah, they were basically like, no, you can't show like any of these. I was like, what? Really? So it's kind of sad. I'm kind of sad about that. I can't show any pictures. I have so many as well. So many. I was like, hey staff, could you check over these for me? I'm gonna send a few images in this thread to see if I can show these on stream. And then it went like fucking loads of images, and then my fucking manager messages me and was like, wow, that's a lot of images. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but I wanted to show them, but unfortunately I can't show them. So I mean that really sucks, honestly, but it is what it is. Luckily I still have a lot of stories. Hopefully the stories can make up for the lack of photos and you guys can just imagine it in your head. So yeah. Although, I think my storytelling probably isn't the best, but I'll try my hardest. I did make loads of notes. I made a bunch of notes on the plane because I'm quite forgetful, and I had a really long flight, right? Like, flying from the UK to Japan takes a long time. So, I was like, well, I have a lot of time, so I might as well just re-account every single thing that I've done on the trip that I can remember and just jot it down into a massive sticky note, and that's what I did. So let me think. So to start with, do you guys remember the last time I went to Japan? And me and Vox got there early. We got there like 5 hours early, right? And we had to just stay around and drink for like 4 hours because the flight was in 5 hours and they boarded like an hour before, whatever. So we had to like kind of just do nothing for like 4 hours. Well, this time I have a problem. I keep reading this number wrong, and it's been a problem because I've been late to certain deadlines and meetings because of this problem. Basically, if I get a text up right now, you see this number. You see this? I keep reading this as 5 p.m. when in reality, wait, actually, No, like, yeah. Dude, even just now, I thought I accidentally put 5 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. But no, this is 7 p.m. But I keep thinking that's 5 p.m. I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep thinking it's fucking 5. So I went there and I arrived at the airport at like 11 a.m. 11 a.m. with all my luggage. And my flight was at 7 p.m. I was like, are you serious? I was so fucked, man. So that is so fucked. What the hell? That is a lot of hours, man. I don't know how many hours that is. Maybe you guys could calculate. But that was a long ass time, man. A long ass time. So I was pretty pissed off, you know. I was pretty pissed off about that. How was your airport trip? It's long. I have to travel quite far to get to the airport. Like, it normally takes like 5-6 hours to get to the airport by like train. So yeah, it takes a while. So I had to do like 5 hours traveling to get to the airport. Then I arrived there. Then I stayed there for like 6 or 7 hours. So I did fucking nothing, basically. And then I went onto a fucking 15-hour flight right after, which is crazy. 15-hour, bro. During this time, I did drink, but I didn't drink nearly as much. I just drank like one small drink. That was it. I went to the same like pub that me and Vox went to, and I tried to like make it last as long as possible without looking like a sad person, you know? Like I was sitting on the desk or like on the table. I was like, yeah, I'll have a drink, please. And they're like, okay. And then like 2 hours passed, and I'm like, I'll have a water, thanks. And then I just like slowly sip the water, like 1 sip of water every 5 minutes. So then they can't kick me out. And then I'm like, 1 more water, please. Like fucking, like an insane, deranged person sitting there drinking water over and over again. Like, what the fuck? So that was cool. I feel like some stuff probably happened during that time, but to be honest, I would have had to write it down immediately because I was so delirious before the flight. So delirious. Because I was so tired, you know? I woke up early, I did the fucking 5-hour travel, then I wait in the fucking thing for like 7 hours. I was really delirious, man. And the thing is, bro, the funniest part was like the realization. So when I got to the airport, I got there at like 11 and I was like, okay. And I looked on the board and my flight wasn't on the board. And they had flights that were like 5 hours later from the current time. So I was like, what the fuck? Where is my flight? Am I in the wrong terminal? So I went to go get a guy. And then I was like, Mr. Airport person, please, I can't see my flight on the board. Could you please help me? And he goes, hey, mate, your flight doesn't open for another 7 hours. And I was like, what? No, my flight's at 5 p.m. Here's my ticket, sir. And he goes, what does that say? What does that say, son? It's like, 5? 7, mate. It's like, oh, fuck. So that's how I realized. And it was like, all right, well, good luck. It's like, thanks, man. Whatever, man. So yeah, that happened before the flight. That was fucking something. Let's see. Okay, do you know what I don't get though? The business class lounges, right? I feel like they're a fucking scam, okay? Now that I've been on business class 3 times, right? I've been on there on 3 separate occasions. Business class lounge is a fucking scam because it has the same food every time, and the food is so, like, limited. Granted, it's free, and you can get, like, free drinks and stuff, but still, it's like shit. It's not that good. It really isn't. I think I was blinded by it before, because I was like, wow, it's business class, and I've never had this because I'm a peasant, and I've never done this before, and now I'm a rich boy, and I can enjoy this fucking business class seat that I earned. And I'm like, wow, all food is amazing, all drink is amazing, but in reality, it fucking sucks. It's shit. And the thing is, you can't go into the business class fucking room until like an hour before your flight because they don't let you through the fucking gate to get into that area until they open like the check-ins, which they only open the check-ins 1 hour before the fucking flight. So it's like, when I got there, I was like, man, I'm early, but at least I can go into the business class suite, right? Right? And they're like, oh, no, you're gonna wait for the check-ins to open. I was like, what? And then I had to wait. And I got in for an hour and I was like, man, this is wonderful. Very wonderful. I love these cheap-ass sausages and this fucking egg that someone chewed up and then spat into a fucking stainless steel container and called that scrambled eggs. Very nice, bro. Like, no, bro. Shit's disgusting. So bad. At least there was free soft drinks, though, and alcohol. But I didn't drink any alcohol. I just drank, like, fucking Pepsi. So, we got on the flight. Very nice. Something awkward happened on the flight, actually. But it was on the way back. On the flight back here. So, because I was in Japan for quite a while, I was speaking a lot of Japanese. Not good Japanese. Very broken Japanese. And just, like, you know, saying certain words or whatever. And then, like, I fucking got on the flight back, and it didn't click in my brain to talk in English to the people on the plane, right? So this person came up to me, and they came up to ask what I want to eat on the plane, because you get a meal, right? You get a meal on the plane. So they came up to me, and they were like, hey, what would you like to order? And I was like, kore, whatever, fucking, and I was like, kora onegaishimasu. And they looked at me and then they started speaking in Japanese because I was speaking Japanese, and they said a fucking massive question, right? They said a massive fucking ass question, and I have no idea what they said. And in that moment, my brain went, fuck, I don't understand Japanese. And I was like, hi. And she just nodded. I was like, oh, okay. And then she left. I was like, I don't know what I just agreed to. You could have just said, hey, how about I get someone to fucking spit in your food? Would you like that? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even have fucking known. I wouldn't have known. Like, like in that moment, I realized how fucking stupid I was to speak in Japanese. I don't know, man, because they spoke to me in English and I replied in Japanese. Like, what is wrong with me? I don't understand. Don't understand. Yeah, my brain was in Japanese mode. Oh, wait, I looked at this. Okay, another thing that happened at the airport. This was on the way back, okay? On the way back from Japan. This is so fucking awkward, okay? Oh, God, I can't believe I just read this and like got reminded of this. Okay, so I did an oopsie. I did an oopsie at the airport on the way back. So I went into the Japanese business lounge, and in the Japanese business lounge, they have an area where you can eat. And the way that the seats and tables are made in that area, there's like a little desk, and then where you're facing the desk, there's like this little mosaic like glass. So it's like glass, but it's like mosaicked out. So it's like blurry. It's like a blurry glass, right? So you can't see through it all the way, but you can see slightly through it, right? And you're facing it, right? So I was like, I was just sitting there, minding my own business, eating my food. And then I looked up and I saw the mosaic glass there. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I slightly moved my head like this. And then I realized my shadow didn't move on the glass. And I was like, why the fuck is my shadow not moving? So I was like, huh? And I started waving my hand. And then, and then I found out that, yeah, it wasn't a wall, it was fucking glass. And there was some other fucking guy sitting on the other side, looking through the glass at me, and looking at me fucking like waving at him and like swaying left and right because I was trying to make my shadow move. And I was like, why is my shadow not moving, bro? But it was the shadow of the guy who was sitting behind it. And he gave me like the weirdest fucking stare ever. It was like, I was like, go man. Bro, so awkward. I don't know, man. I do some fucking stupid shit sometimes. The thing is, people always say to me, is that a bit? Are you just like joking? So, another thing happened. So when I was in the airport on the way back, I had a situation happen. So when you're going, before you go into the plane, they call up different groups of tickets. So on your ticket, it will say group 1, group 2, group 3 or whatever. And they call it up and then they let people on depending on which group they call up, right? So they start with 1 and then they go to group 2 and then 3. So I started queuing up at my group 2. I started queuing up really early, right? Like way earlier. So I would be first because I wanted to get onto the plane immediately and then just sit down. So people started lining up behind me. And I was lining up kind of against the wall because I wasn't trying to make a line. I was just trying to stay close, right? But then people started lining up behind me over time. And the place I was standing wasn't very convenient because it would kind of block people from entering who haven't already come into the area. So I moved to the right. Like I moved all the way to the right away from the wall. And then everyone behind me followed me. And I got the biggest power trip in the fucking world, bro. I was like, oh my god, I am commanding this line of like 50 people. Holy shit. They all followed my lead. I moved, then the one behind moved, and everyone followed. Holy shit. I'm like the head of a centipede. I am the leader of this group of 50 people. They will follow me. I'm like a fucking king to these people. And I felt so cool. I had such a big power trip, man, that the moment it happened, I wrote it down in my phone. I'll show you. I'll tell you exactly what I wrote down. Anyway, so let's talk about Japan then, right? Let's talk about Japan. So I got on my flight and stuff, flew there, got there. And then I kind of chilled for the first day. And then the next day, I met up with people. But there's a lot of places I went to. I went all over Tokyo, but I also went a little bit out. I went to go see Mount Fuji, actually. If you don't know what Mount Fuji is, it's like this massive fuck-off mountain in Japan. It's like really fucking big. And I went on like a tour. So Japan does this thing for Mount Fuji where there's like loads of different companies that do it, where it's like a bus tour. So you go on a bus and then they take you to different locations where you can see Mount Fuji, but also like other stuff around the area of Mount Fuji. And I went on one of those like tourist bus rides, right? And while on the bus, I was like, oh my god, I can see Mount Fuji in the distance. I can't wait to see this. Got off the bus, got my camera out. Here we go. Fucking clouds. Clouds everywhere. Covering all of Mount Fuji. Not the top, not the middle, not the bottom. Every single layer of Mount Fuji. So that was cool. Very nice. Very nice. Gotta take a really good picture of just fucking clouds. Very, very nice. But, whatever. I don't care. I went to go see a shrine too. I actually lost my card, right? At first. I lost my card after a few days. And so I had to buy another one. And when I bought another one, I was like, oh my god. This time, I can engrave it. I'm gonna engrave it with my name. It's gonna look so cool. Because I thought they were gonna, like, laser engrave it. But no, it's just, like, some red fucking stamp, like, print of your name. Like, the most shittest fucking print I've ever seen. And it's not even, like, centered or anything. It's just, like, it's, like, printed on top of the logo slightly, but not completely. It's like so ugly, and I was so mad. I was like, man, I want to take my name away from this now. I don't want my name associated with this card. What the fuck? Like, it was like the most thin, italic text ever of your name. Not even formatted correctly. It's like, man, this is some bullshit. Whatever. One thing about the train stations in Japan is a lot of the train stations they have like food you can get, right? There was one station I went to that I can remember, Nippori. I went to the Nippori station, and inside of there, yeah, I went there, and in there they have this big kind of like food area where you can buy fresh sushi, fresh like different like katsu. You can also buy like desserts and stuff. And at the time that I went there, they had this like cat dessert. I don't think they're selling it anymore, but it was there when I was there. But I tried to get some before I went back, and it was like gone. So I don't know if they just sold out or if they're completely gone. But it was so delicious. They also had a strawberry one. Like, it's shaped in a strawberry, and then inside it has like strawberry jam, and it tasted so good. The cakes are so amazing there. Like, you know, in Japan where, or in anime, you see the cliche of like, oh, welcome back, guys. I brought cake for everyone. Yeah, dude. I thought that was just like some cute moe shit. No, bro. I understand now. Japan has so much cake. So much cake. I've never seen so much cake in a country. There's cakes everywhere, left, right. You turn, there's a cake. You turn the other way, there's another cake. It's crazy, the amount of cakes that are there. And they're all good. I didn't have a bad cake at all. Not a single bad cake. All of them taste amazing. They were so like soft and moist and delicious. Absolutely delicious. But yeah, another thing I really liked about the train stations or train system there is I felt like I was in a video game. You know when you are playing Pokemon and like you fucking start the fucking game and it's like like it has like the fucking town theme or whatever. Well, every time you go to a new area in Japan, there's a fucking theme song. Like each station has a theme song, literally. And I thought that was so cool. So you get to hear all of them because when a train stops, it plays like the sound, right? It plays like a big sound. And it's literally like Pokemon where you enter a new area and it starts playing a new song. It's crazy. So there was some really creepy ones though. A lot of them sounded cute. They were like ding 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 ding. But there was like what? I don't remember exactly how it went, but there was one that was like dong dong dong. And I was like, did I just enter fucking hell? What is this? I'm scared. If I heard that, if I was getting on this fucking train at like 11 at night and I heard that and I was alone, I would think I'm in some Chiller's Art game and I'm about to get killed. What is that? It's fucking scary. But I thought that was so cool, man. So cool. What else? So, one scary fucking thing happened on the train. Okay? It's really scary. Freaked me out. I was standing on the train, and I was kind of standing, like, a bit near, like, near the door area, right? And it was getting pretty full. Not completely full, but pretty full. So I was standing kind of near the door, and I was standing kind of to the side because I didn't want to block people from entering the door. And this old lady, like, started walking towards the door to get in. But like the jingle already finished, and the jingle of the music, once it finishes, it indicates that the train's about to leave, right? So once the song stops, the doors automatically close. So she started walking here after the jingle had already finished, and then the door like shut in on her perfectly the moment like she was halfway through the door. So the door like slammed into her, into this like old lady, and then she let out the loudest fucking ah! And I shit myself because I thought she was gonna fucking die, and I like grabbed the door with my hand like immediately, but then the door automatically opens anyway. It literally like reopens. It's like It's like automated open. So I was like, wait, what? So I was like, wait, why did she scream so loud? It literally like automatically reopened before it even like squished her. I don't know. But that freaked me the fuck out, man. Because she screamed so loud like she just was about to face death itself. Like, I don't know. But it's because of her that I have insane trauma from this now. Because for the rest of the trip, every time I'm getting on a train, I duck my head down, like I duck it down like this, and I run into the train. Like I kind of like jump and sprint into the train because I'm scared the door's gonna close on me and I'm gonna die. So for the rest of my trip, because of that old lady, I was like traumatized to get into trains. I had to like run into the train every time because I'm scared it's gonna close on me. I also tried white strawberries. I also took a picture of them, but apparently I can't show them, so whatever. But I tried white strawberries because I saw them at a marketplace in Ueno. Oh, I went to Ueno as well. Ueno is so cute. There's so many pandas everywhere. But anyway, Ueno has this big market and they sell white strawberries. And the white strawberries look so fucking cool, man. They look so cool. But they cost 3,000 yen, which is around $30 for 6 white strawberries. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy this because I've never seen it before. I've always I want to try it. It looks super cool because it's white, but then you know where the seeds are? Like on a strawberry, like on the outside, little dots. Those were red, but the actual like skin of the strawberry was white. So it was like inverted basically. It looked so cool, man. It looked so cool. So yeah, it was like a reverse strawberry basically, right? So I was like, I have to buy this for the experience. Even though it's like $30, I have to, right? I'm on vacation and I want to try new stuff because I'm not going to come here very often. And you know what? You know what? The taste was absolutely fucking dog shit. I'm sorry, bro. Those are so bad. If you like them, you're fucking weird. Because if you're paying $30 for that shit, I'm sorry, you're getting actually scammed. Actually scammed. Like, what the fuck? They don't taste sweet at all, by the way. Not at all. They're not sweet. They're not sour. They're literally nothing. They taste like nothing. You take a bite out of it and it tastes like water. And it's like, wow. I paid $30 for a strawberry without the strawberry. Like, bro, what was that? Honestly, no, you should buy them. You should buy white strawberries just so you can taste exactly what I mean and how tasteless they are. Like, I wasn't like, oh, wow, this is disgusting or something. I was just so disappointed. And I made everyone try it too. I made people try the fucking strawberries and everyone agreed that it was fucking dog shit, so. Eat with sugar? Bro, at that point, just buy normal strawberries. It has sugar included in the fruit spawn. Like, why would I intentionally pay more money to eat something in more inconvenience? You know? That makes no sense. Anyway. I went to the Ueno Shrine. I don't know what it's called, but it's a shrine that's right next to the Ueno station. Really cool. Really cool shrine there, too. I took pictures of that, too.